Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This is going to be a series of videos I'm putting out to re-familiarize people with the Idaho 4 murder case that took place on November 13th, 2022 in Moscow, Idaho. And it took place at 1122 King Road. And the victims were Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xander Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. And they were all killed between 4:08 and 4:20 on that evening or that morning. So I guess it was really early morning hours on November 13th, 2022. So the first thing I thought we would take a look at is the crime scene itself. So what we'll look at here is the house from the outside, the surrounding area, and then we'll take a look at the rooms on the inside. Then the second video that I'll be making, we will base it on the probable cause document and where people were in the house when they were found, and what scenarios the murders could have taken place in, where who was first, etc. All right, so we'll go over that in the second video. This video here is going to let you see the crime scene area from a 360-degree camera that I had taken with me out there, I think in September of 2023. All right, and obviously you can see that the building is still standing, and I think just a few months after that it was torn down. And I got there before they tore it down, and I filmed it being torn down. And I filmed it right before it was torn down too, so I have some of the last footage of it. All right, so here we go. My kid's with me right here, walking around behind me. And I guess what we could do is just start right from back here. Go back a little bit further. And if you look right there, that window is Madison Mogan's window. This one down here is Dylan Mortensen. So Dylan Mortensen's bedroom was right below Madison Mogan's room and the bathroom that was upstairs on the second floor. Or I guess you could call it the third floor. So right here, there's another window. Let's keep moving here. We'll be able to see a little bit better from right there. This window right there is the window at the top of the stairway. And if you go through the kitchen here and you go down a hallway that goes this way, there's a stairway that goes up and then up again. And this is a window at the top of those stairs. Now, Kaylee Gonzalez's room is right around this corner. You can't see it in this shot here. This window down here is a kitchen window, and the kitchen has a sliding glass door right off of this cement slab here. And again, that's Dylan Mortensen, Madison Mogan. All right, and the house is kind of oddly shaped, but it's not really that confusing on the inside. And this is 500 Queen Road. This was actually mentioned in the probable cause document. That house right over there is 1112 King Road. As you can see right over there, that's the water tower that's mentioned from time to time in the case. And let's just go to right here. All right. So what's cool about these 360-degree cameras is you can pause it and then look around. And the newer models of it, I just actually bought another model that's the 4th generation. This is 3rd. It's very clear on each frame. The newer one's even clearer. So I'm kind of looking forward to using that. I'm probably going to go out to Idaho at some point, not too long from now, to do some more filming, etc. So if you look right here, this is the front of the house. See, 1122 King Road. This window right here goes into the living room. This window below the living room is Bethany Funk. So she didn't hear as clearly all the horror that might have been going on as Dylan Mortensen perhaps did. Then there's a front door right here. And then over here is what could have been a bedroom, but it was actually just used for storage by the people that lived there. The room right above that is Xander Kernodle's room. It's right there, and that's the room that her and Ethan Chapin were staying in. All right, so we'll continue on this direction. And you can see right here there's a memorial that was set up. People put a lot of flowers and stuffed animals, etc. And then right here is 1112 King Road. Now that is a key residence because there's a surveillance camera there that picked up audio from the residence, and it picked up a white Elantra driving by doing 3 different laps. All right, so let's stop it right here. Okay, now if you look right up here, let me zoom in. This right here was a surveillance camera, and it's only probably like 60 feet or so away from the side of the house. I think they say 50 something, but I think it's a little bit further than what they're saying. But this camera was able to pick up audio of different sounds going on in the house, especially probably Xander Kernodle, whose room is right there, and I think that's what law enforcement believes. All right, and this is King Road right here, and this is Queen Road that we're standing on right now. There used to be driveways from King Road that went to 1122 King Road, etc., so that's why they're still listed like that. All right, now this is Taylor Avenue that we're coming up to, but again, look how high these hills go up here. Very hilly in this area. And this is Taylor Avenue, and this is the road that the white Elantra enters the area on. Initially comes in from this direction, like this, enters into the area, and I had put a loop on a map of where I think the vehicle drove, and it turns out that's probably accurate. It just went the other direction each time. Like, it didn't exit and go up this hill. It took a right and then drove around and came back in on some of the loops coming in from this direction. So you can see the house. It's right back there. And there's people who believe there's a white car driving around when a reporter is talking at the residence, and you can see what looks like a white Elantra. We don't know if it is or not, driving on this road the day after the murders, and maybe that is, Kohberger checking out his handiwork. He drove out there at 9 in the morning, and I think he went out there to see, the commotion, etc., but nobody had called the police yet. It wasn't for another 3 hours. And so this is pretty steep here. This is now Taylor Avenue becomes Walenta Drive. And that's what we're on right now. And you can still see the house. It's right back there, especially this time of year. This is when I was there in December, actually. I think I might have thought it was September, but this is December. That's why there's no leaves on the trees. I went out there earlier, though, 3 months prior. So this is actually the December month. So that means this it was just about to be torn down like in the next day or two. And I was actually walking up here because I was thinking maybe I could start from up here and fly my drone over there. But there you go. You can see the house through the trees right over there. So that time of year you can easily see if there's any commotion, especially if you drive up around in this area, and especially coming back down, you can just look right over there. So I think I'm pausing right there and zooming in. Now this is Kaylee Gonzalez's room is right there, and this is the kitchen sliding glass door right there. It's all boarded up though currently. Might even get a better view here in a second. We continue to go up. Yeah, so it's just right through there. Kaylee Gonzalez, and then here is the sliding glass door. Now this is Xana Kernodle's room right there, and if you remember, since it's a weird shape, there's actually ground right here outside just outside the floor of their bedroom, even though it's on the second floor, because of the slope. There's actually blood coming down and dripping down the cement just outside the house there. Alright, so we're going to head back down now. I'll just speed it up so you don't have to watch it again. Okay, and then we're going to cut up here. And I don't know if we might actually walk all the way around the 500 Queen Road. So picture this, like this is the Elantra driving up this road. It's really steep. And when the car was driving, it just went exactly where I'm going right now. So look how steep that is. Steep up there, and you can see right here, look at the cement, how it disappears, and then it goes uphill. And we're going to walk around, and this is exactly the route that the Elantra took. All right, and look at right here. This is almost like a 40-degree angle. So you go straight up this hill here. Happen to be somebody walking around. You go up this hill, and again, it's just really steep. But this is where the Elantra was driving, the white Elantra. And it would make this turn, and then I think it would stop each time it made this loop and watch and observe inside the residence to see if the lights were turned off. And that's when he decided on the final loop. I think it was at 3. The third loop ended at 3:57 or 8 or something like that. And I think at that point is when he saw, okay, the lights are off. And then he said he'll just drive one more loop to give it some time. So then he came back at 4:04. And then I think he may have seen that the DoorDash driver delivered something, and that's when he drove back out from behind those buildings there, the 500 Queen Road. We'll show all this in other videos, okay? But there you go. That is the crime scene area. That's 500 Queen Road. It's mentioned in the probable cause document how it turns around back there, but we'll go over that in one of the other videos coming up. Now, let's take a look inside this house. All right, so let's just go right here, get a better look at it. And there it is. Now, I made an animation, a 3D model of it, and you'll see it. That's the front door. And, here it is from the outside again, and then that's the front door right there. All right, so if we just use the camera on the person's head there, and we hit play, we can watch. So when the door opens, on the right is the storage unit. This is a bathroom and a utility room. And then right here is Bethany Funk's room. So that window right there is one of the windows you can see from the front of the house. And then you can see that little angled part in the room. That's the stairs going up. So as we head back to the front door, had we come in and taken a left, we'd go right up these stairs. And we go to the top of the stairs, and at the top of the stairs we can turn to the right, and there is Xana Kernodle's room, and apparently you could see her on the floor, and then they could see Ethan as they entered the room. So maybe he was on the bed and she was on the floor. We don't really know at this point. And there's a bathroom right there on the right, and then you come around this direction, and right there on the left is Dylan Mortensen's room. Now this walkthrough goes through the room here, and you can see that there's a window that goes out to the back. There's a kitchen in front. But now we're going to go up the stairs, and then at the top of the stairs just above there is that window. And then there's a window that looks out to the front of the house. This is Kaylee Gonzalez's room. And there's a little dog there. There's the deck. And when you exit Kaylee's room here, straight ahead is the bathroom, and there's Madison Mogan's room right there on the right. And there's the window that goes out on the deck, and then there's Madison and Kaylee, and the knife sheath was found right next to Madison Mogen. And then down the stairs, and then to the left is the kitchen, and then he would go out the sliding glass door. All right. So a quick review. We'll just play it slower again. This is how you get inside the house. Right here. Front door, bathroom, laundry room, Bethany Funk's room. They'll get it moving again, and here's the stairs that go up. And as you can see, Bethany Funk is right below here, so she didn't hear as much as Dylan Mortensen. And then here's Kaylee's room, and just to the left there is Dylan Mortensen's room. So Kaylee and Ethan, when they were being attacked, you would think that Dylan Mortensen could hear, and she did. That's why she exited her room 3 different times. And when we're going this direction, take a right. And there's Dylan Mortensen's room. That's probably the same type of crack there was when Kohberger walked by and she could see the bushy eyebrows. There's the window that goes out to the back. There's the kitchen. And now if you go up the stairs, at the top of the stairs, you take a left. That is Kaylee Gonzalez's room. She wasn't even supposed to be in town, really. She had already moved out. I don't think Kohberger was expecting Kaylee to be in Madison's room. And then right here is, and this is Madison Mogen's room, and there's the deck and the window, and that's the window that I think Kohberger could see them in. Madison and Kaylee are on the bed, and the knife sheath is next to Madison. Then, Kohberger would have gone down the steps here, and eventually, I don't think this is the order he did it in. I think he did something to, Xana, and at the very end, and then exited. Just like that. All right. So there you have the walkthrough. Hope that makes it a little easier for you to envision. So if you take a look, this is the outside, and that's the front door that we just walked in, and you just saw the entire layout of the inside of the house. All right. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you get something from this. We'll make a few more of these videos, and hope you appreciate them and get something out of them, so that when people start telling you crazy things out there, you might actually know the real answer instead of what they're telling you. All right. So thank you all very much for watching. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.